Lord Han Dong does so much for such little recognition, he deserves a much loftier position. Not one time has Lord Zhou Tai brought shame upon his family name.
We'll get to see Lord Sun Ce again, right, Mom?
Yes, I'm sure, honey. And even if we don't, I know he'll be watching over us.
I wonder, just how handsome is this officer with the clear-eyed gaze that everyone talks about?
Now that Jiangdong is at last peaceful, our next military objective will be...
To defeat Huan Zu once and for all? Surely? I doubt anyone would disagree.
I hope you're not saying that because of your personal vendetta.
Ling Tong wanting to avenge his father is no different than how all of us wish to take revenge for Lord Sun Jian. If such objectives remain unfulfilled, the morale of our troops will suffer.
I'm also in favor of going to war with Huang Zu. It's high time we settled things.
Likewise. I should very much like to see him slain. However, as the leader of Wu, I must weigh up the benefits and drawbacks of that decision. I do not think we should rush into a war with him. Unless we stand to benefit in a significant way.
If that's your concern, then you needn't fret, as his territory is in Qing province. It has immense strategic value. Cao Cao has conquered Hubei after defeating Yuan Shao at Guandu, and is now looking to expand south, starting with Qing.
There are also signs that he had a hand in the rebellion at Lujiang. The threat he poses is becoming more and more immediate. The proposal makes military sense. We'd be removing a threat, solidifying our foundations, and positioning ourselves to be ready for war.
Indeed, Lord Zhou Yu, always taking the words out of my mouth. We should take Xiakou, then conquer Qing, and finally invade Bashu, to control the entirety of the southern half of the realm.
Lord Lu Su, did you really just say what I think you did?
Tell me, why would we do all of that?
It would be a means of protecting the people of Wu from Cao Cao. Cao Cao controls virtually the whole of the north. If we take all of the south, he'll become unable to move against us.
A daring plan, to say the least. That path could lead to our lord controlling the entire realm.
Me? Controlling the realm?
You are very much capable of such a thing, my lord. Each and every one of us believes that.
So I have your trust. Then our next objective shall be Xiakou in Jing province. We will bring down Huang Zu and avenge my father.
They say Lord Huanggai is close to the ship.
The Honorable Warrior is still with us. Things have escalated quickly. In truth, I thought ruling the realm might one day be our aim. But now that I've heard those words from the others, the sheer weight of that idea is mind-boggling. Maybe you're right. Overthinking has long been a bad habit of mine. My brother once told me that it can also be a strength, but anything can be detrimental in excess. Everyone is excited about taking down Huangzu at the prospect of conquest and revenge. However, it seems evident to me that I am perhaps the one who most desperately wishes to see him dead. When I avenge our father, which is something even my brother could not do, I may finally be able to see myself as their equal. I think then I will be able to consider even greater ambitions without fear or hesitation. When Sa died, I realized that I'm the selfish kind of man at heart. I want to share in the sadness, the anger, the passion felt by the others. Yet, I always end up choosing the most logical or convenient path for me. But, in this upcoming battle, I will defeat Huangzu, no matter what. Then, I will be able to move forward as the leader of Wu. I will be relying on your skills out there.
Let's begin. Now then.
Yes.
Hi.
It is I, Sun Changsheng, the Bow Maiden.
Don't let me down now. We will defeat our lord. Nemesis and advance yet further. This battle will decide the future of our kingdom. There is no reason for us to fear Guangzhou now. We shall capture the enemy's bases, one by one.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Ling Tong, avenge your father. Do not be reckless.
I know, Lord Louis Meng. I will take down Gan Ning. Calmly, with certainty.
Now, an expeditious advance is essential to our cause. Onward, everyone! We march at once! Good secret for protection. Another one falls behind territory.
The enemy
Our
officer
momentum has returned.
has been defeated.
Now to make use of it.
Let's go. Now.
Proper strategy is the quickest way to victory.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Another one falls behind me.
With all my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
How many times you attack, we will send you
The enemy
running
officer
right back home.
has been defeated.
Let's march!
Take the with all my might!
moving forward
enemy
just
officer
like we planned.
has been defeated.
We will set off their traps and get them to lower their guard.
This is how you Go! Take the fight to them! Stop their advance! Let's go!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Follow me!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now, keep calm. It's not much of a trap if we know it's coming.
Ours.
Let's go! I know how to get the job done. Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this!
I will slay as many officers as necessary to fulfill my duty.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The path we must walk is set. Onward, everyone! Start the advance!
Let's go!
Almost at our limits. I will slay as many officers as necessary to fulfill my duty. I knew you would come.
An opening! Let's go!
This is ours.
An opening! This is it! All my might! Begin this here!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Begin the advance! All units, march! Situation.
The enemy officer
Begin the advance!
has been defeated.
Let's go!
Let me teach you what happens when you charge into things head first.
Let's get serious! All my might!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
pushing to the end. The enemy's main hold is right in front of us. Opening! Now, advance!
Tails the front has overextended. Send out the ships! We're going after Swan Twin!
Looks like it's finally our time to shine.
Let's go!
We're not giving up. Not here. We keep going. The enemy officer has been defeated. Advance!
Not where we are. Not bad.
The help. I see our bonds are as strong as they need to be.
Gotta be quicker. This will do. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Like the name you've made for yourself.
The enemy officer
you've earned every bit of it, of course.
Let's go.
On me! We have the perfect use for a brute like yourself. Tear into the enemy forces and get to Swan Chuen!
Pompous little... Forget it. I'll do my job. Simple as that. Advance! The moment has come.
Wait here. We need to make sure it's safe.
Taishitsu! I've defeated the enemy!
Turn the table.
There he is at last. He is mine. Advance now.
I can't work strong enough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
All of you, come with me. We're going to lay waste to the enemy's strongholds. Forward march! Gotcha! So Ling Tong has gone after Gan Ning. I should also make a move. We'll take an enemy ship and enter into their stronghold. Commence the events! Their ship is now ours. Prepare to set sail. Anyone who is willing to join the assault on their stronghold, gather here.
Looks like I got a bit carried away. Time to retreat.
Damn it. We weren't able to get Gan Ning. No matter. First things first, we must finish this battle. Advance now.
Captain Quicker Good, you fought off the enemy's offensive. Let us advance as well.
The enemy officer
Forward march!
has been defeated. An opening.
I knew you would come.
Let's go.
Lord Luimeng, we are ready to sail.
Good. And none have been left behind? Then we will head straight for their base.
Now's our chance. Begin the ambush!
At last, we will be able to avenge. Former Lord, for us of the Old Guard, nothing could be more satisfying.
It does not lessen our regret. Still, it will allow us some closure of sorts if we can hunt him down.
It is high time we brought this to a conclusion. Once we do, our kingdom can finally look forward to the future.
turn for the worse. I must think of something quickly.
Prepare yourself, Huang Zu. We won't let you escape this time.
What? How have the enemy gotten this far? We must stop their attack here. Begin the advance. Let's give it to them.
We will not run. Our battle against Sun Quan will be decided.
The enemy
here
officer
and now.
has been defeated.
Start the advance.
Oh, this is bad. If someone doesn't get here fast, we're done for.
Let's go.
My strength was not enough.
The time is right. Go. My strength was not enough. How much longer can I remain loyal to Huang Zu? I wonder what Ganin thinks of this. You've come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
Will someone please notice me? I need help!
Now that you are here, things do not seem so bad. They've taken the bait.
Go and eradicate them.
This is ours. Such an obvious trap won't faze us in the slightest. Now, push them back!
Your strength is unmatched, and worthy of a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Time to go on the offensive. Get ready, everyone!
The time has come. Gotta focus on this one.
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. I will continue to fight without complaint. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Things are really heating up, aren't they? This might just be entertaining.
Oh, Ganin, so you arrived. Prepare for battle. Chop, chop. We'll show what we can do.
Good eye. Victory is at hand. The enemy officer, keep up the pace, been defeated.
Take this. I have defeated the enemy officer.
So, it's you. Wow, I should have expected this.
Do this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Well, at least I made a mark on the battlefield. I got nothing more to say. Whatever happens now, it's up to you. The enemy officer has been defeated. Gotta be quicker. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Ready yourselves at once.
Proper strategy. Quickest way to victory. I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Cornered. Seriously?
We're unable to keep them at bay. And now we're surrounded on both sides. Great mistake. All my might.
Take this!
The enemy officer
Enemy was one step ahead.
Prepare yourself.
Good. The enemy has been wiped out. And it's time to take the fight to Guangzhou once more.
The enemy officer
Commence the advance.
has been defeated.
Thank you for coming to help. It's gonna be a breeze to move here.
The enemy
No
officer
way we can waste this
has been
chance.
defeated.
Get ready to attack right away.
I know how to get this job done.
You've come to my aid? I can think of no ally more reassuring than you.
Believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
So their fangs have finally reached me. Perhaps this was inevitable.
Finally did it.
We've defeated our nemesis. Shout out in triumph, as fiercely as roaring tigers!
It's over, isn't it?
Yes. We have finally avenged our father. And thanks to all of you, I've now accomplished something that even my brother could not do.
Brother, there's something I've been thinking. You ought to believe in yourself more. I'm not sure anyone other than you could have succeeded in defeating Guangzhou.
I'm not so sure. But I'd like to believe you're right. Whatever the case may be, we shall no longer be haunted by our father's death. We can move forward as a kingdom. Let us continue to pursue our path to a safer and more prosperous nation.
Right. We have a lot to live up to. We mustn't forget, even for a moment, our pride as members of the Sun clan.
We will lay down our arms and surrender. None of us wish to give our lives for Guangzhou.
Quite the rationalist.
My service to him was bought with coin. I'm not so dutiful as to die for such a man.
Gan Ning, what about you?
I mean, I'd rather live, but...
Good. That makes things simpler. And even if you did give yourself up, I wouldn't have accepted your surrender.
I'm not surprised. I've got nothing to say as long as you take Su Fei in. So go on. Take your revenge. We all know that when you go into battle, there will be hatred on both sides. And when the dust settles, the loser rarely forgives the victor. That's why I won't beg for my life, nor will I apologize for killing your father.
Well, that is a rational outlook. My lord, executing someone as formidable as Gan Ning would be a waste. he would surely prove himself extremely valuable to our kingdom.
Wait a minute, Lord Zhou Yu. You cannot be serious.
I am sorry, Ling Tong. But I was thinking the same thing.
Lord Sun Quan, you have taken your revenge by defeating Huan Zu. But I still haven't avenged my own father.
I know. I know how bitter and miserable you feel. But for now, I want you to direct that hatred at me instead. I cannot bring myself to have him executed after seeing his strength firsthand. I know it may be hard to stomach, but for Wu to make progress, we must gather as many soldiers as we can, and even let go of our grudges if need be. That is why we made peace with the Shan-Yue the way we did. And you are wise. You must know this already.
But Lord Sun Quan,
Ling Tong, wait!
Are you sure? I would be like kindling in Wu. One wrong step, and I'll end up burning the whole place down.
If you are kindling, then we just need to find the right use for you. We need men with experience in naval combat, and you certainly have that.
Oh, and what for?
The major warlords in the realm are preparing to fight over Jing province. Myself included.
Bringing Lord Ling Cao's killer into the fold, and then asking Ling Tong to fight alongside him. That is rather cruel.
I suppose there's no way I can keep my distance from him now. While I understand his resentment toward me, he acts so aggressively I can't help but wonder if he still intends to kill me. And since I prefer to avoid injury or death, I was hoping I could ask you for some advice.
Sorry to say, the only help I can give is handling the aftermath of your fights. In the end, the two of you are going to have to resolve things on your own. Still, Ling Tong may be young, but he has a sense of how things ought to be. And he knows full well that Wu needs you. The only question is whether he can make his heart obey his mind.
So what? I need to appeal to his emotions somehow? I wouldn't really have a clue how to go about that. I'm telling you, we need to get this sorted out, or one of us is going to end up out of action for good.
If you're going to clash with one another, why not choose a way that won't put your lives at risk? Like a game of Go.
Me? Play Go?
Ling Tong's quite the master at that game. You won't have a chance unless you practice a lot.
I'd never be able to beat him.
Well, that's too bad. Whatever you do, you're going to have to prove in earnest and through action that you're someone worthy of his trust. Anyway, look after him, will you? You're much more battle-hardened than he is.
I suppose I'll have to. I'll just have to be careful not to aggravate him, though.
Well...
I wonder, Just how handsome is this officer with the clear-eyed gaze that everyone talks about?
Lord Han Dong does so much for such little recognition, he deserves a much loftier position. Not one time has Lord Zhou Tai brought shame upon his family name.
They say Lord Huanggai is close to the Shan Yue.
I guess you will do for an opponent.
Now!
How's about a one-on-one?
I see you. Now!
Easy.
No way! Take that! All my might.
Guess I let my guard down.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Thank you.
Looks like Lord Zhou Yu's business. Have you heard the news? Liu Biao of Jing died the other day. And Cao Cao is not a man to miss an opportunity. I'm sure he will begin his southward advance.
Should he take Qing province, his conquest of the realm will become virtually unstoppable. For Wu to survive in the face of such a threat, we must strengthen our kingdom until we have the power to rival him. And that will require more territory.
Yes, and we must do so as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will fall into Cao Cao's hands. But first, there is something we must do in preparation. A task you two would be well suited for. I want you to act as messengers to send our condolences and meet with Liu Biao's successor, Liu Song. While there, find Liu Bei, who is said to be staying with him, and subtly ask him to join our side.
There is, however, a possibility that Cao Cao has already made a move. He did consider Liu Bei a threat, after all.
You're a longtime acquaintance of Liu Bei and his men, are you not? So let me ask you this. What kind of man is Liu Bei, in your eyes? Compassion. Sounds like the exact opposite of Cao Cao, who favors reason above all. Unlike a man of reason, one of compassion can be swayed by momentary emotions. Perhaps that changeability is what Cao Cao fears so much. Whatever the case may be, Bringing Liu Bei to our side will be a necessity in countering Cao Cao. Good luck, you two. The fate of the House of Sun depends on you.
We'll get to see Lord Sun Ce again, right, Mom? Yes, I'm sure, honey. And even if we don't, I know he'll be watching over us.
I wonder...
You refuse to fight me? Despite how you look, you're just a coward.
Quit squawking. A fledgling out for blood is still just a fledgling. You're no threat to me. Think about it from my point of view. You could get seriously hurt. And then, what would happen?
What? You just assume you'll be able to beat me? Well, I'll show you.
That's enough. You can't train and argue at the same time. Dan Ning, you come with me before someone really does get hurt. Perfect timing. Look after Ling Tong for me, would you?
Hey! I don't need...
Come on, let's go.
He's a fool. He doesn't realize that you just saved his skin.
So, why are you here? Even at a time like this, you cheer me up. You exceed my expectations every time. I trained with you, at my father's behest. Yet this fledgling is no closer to leaving the nest. Whenever I see him, I can't help but consider ending him with some accidental slip of my hand during training. Not to mention, I had grossly underestimated his abilities. Admit it, even you must have grown weary at that stunt I pulled. You do? But how can you? Without experiencing what I have. Well, you always have had a capacity for empathy. In any case, would you be willing to beat me into shape? remake me from the ground up? First, I need to establish myself among the others in Uu. I feel it's better to start there than let that bastard distract me. And if I ever get the urge to pick a fight with him again, now I know that I can talk things over with you instead. The fledgling learns to fly in the shadows of his forebearers. Can I count on you to look after me? Until I am strong enough to leave the nest?
Looks like Lord Zhou Yu's busier than ever. I sure hope he's not tiring himself out.
We'll get to see Lord Sun So again, right, Mom? Yes, I'm sure, honey. And even if we don't, I know he'll be watching over us. Surviving because my husband is out on the battlefield. I pray that he comes back safe.
Have you heard? They say Cao Cao invaded Xingye with a huge army.
Xingye? Isn't that where Lord Liu Bei is?
It was. But apparently he fled and headed to Shanyang to ask Lord Liu Song for help. Then, Lord Liu Song went and surrendered right away, instead of trying to shelter Lord Liu Bei. He probably didn't want him around because he was so well liked by Lord Liu Biao.
So, do you know if Lord Liu Bei is safe?
These are just rumors, but I hear he left and took the people of Shangyang with him to seek help from Lord Liu Qi in Qiansha.
You mean everyone in Xiangyang? That's incredible!
Lord Liu Bei was extremely popular with the people there. I guess they all wanted to go with him.
It appears things are rather tense. Cao Cao is moving much faster than we thought. Let's see if we can head to Jiangxia. And let us hope Liu Bei is still safe. I did not expect Cao Cao to make his move this quickly. But I am glad you are safe, Lord Liu Bei. Though I must say I was surprised that you've brought your people with you.
We would not have made it here if not for the remarkable efforts made by everyone. And by Guan Yu, Deng Fei, Zhao Yun, and Zhuge Liang in particular.
We are thankful to them as well. For it would have been a grievous blow to lose you.
Ah, and what might you mean by that? Compared to someone like Lord Sun Quan, who controls all of Jiangdong, I am but a minor leader without power or land.
Without power and land, perhaps. But you are also one of the few lords who garner a lot of attention. We believe that if we can join forces with you, we may even be able to counter Cao Cao. As we speak, he is seeking to take Jing Province, a critical territory. If his invasion is successful, both your forces and ours will soon be overrun. To put it simply, we believe our interests align. Lord Sun Quan has control over Qiangdong proper. and has even expanded Wu's reach by taking in the Shan Yue and minor lords. If you wish to take on Cao Cao, it may be worthwhile for you to ally with us.
We are very grateful for the offer. We have been searching for allies as well, so we would be...
Lord Liu Bei, may I interject? Lord Lu Su's offer is truly a gracious one. However, I have a hard time believing that there is a consensus on this matter within Wu. Joining up with a small group like ours to fight against the mighty army of Cao Cao? That seems like mere bravado at best.
It pains me to admit it, but you're right. When we heard that Liu Song had surrendered to Cao Cao, we left for Jiangxia right away. Our orders in coming here were indeed to secure an alliance with Lord Liu Bei. But I cannot claim that our side has reached a consensus on the matter.
Then, it is only fair to obtain the agreement of those in Wu. For an alliance without mutual understanding will only bring division. Lord Liu Bei, I would like your permission to act as a messenger to Wu. I will convince the officers there and make this agreement a reality.
Being able to fight alongside...
We've been called for a meeting. It seems a message from Cao Cao arrived just before we returned. Yes, it was written in more delicate language, but it was in essence asking for our surrender. Perhaps we should have expected this, but those in Wu have split right down the middle, just as Zhuge Liang predicted. There are those who claim that victory is impossible against Cao Cao, and that we should surrender before any unnecessary bloodshed. And then there are those who say we should ally with Liu Bei and resist Cao Cao with everything we have. If there is anyone capable of uniting the two factions together, I can think of no one more fit for the task than Lord Zhou Yu. But unfortunately, he is away at the moment. He is likely busy taking measures of his own to make sure we are prepared for the coming danger. Ultimately, the only way we can protect both our domain and our people is to rise up and rival Cao Cao for control of the realm. I've spoken of this plan before, haven't I? It isn't some impossible dream. I truly believe it can be done. Which is why I want nothing more than to convince every person of consequence in Wu to resist the urge to surrender. But for now, I'm off to meet with Zhuge Liang. You should make your way over to the war room to wait for our arrival.
I think we can all agree that fighting Cao Cao is extremely reckless. How can we possibly hope to win against such numbers? Territory should not take priority over the safety of the people of Wu. Is it not said that needless bloodshed is the mark of a foolish leader?
I never thought I would witness the likes of Lord Zheng Jiao, suggesting we kneel to a tyrant who manipulates the Emperor and exploits all in his path. The Yellow Turbans of Qing, the Heishen bandits. They gave in to Cao Cao and have achieved distinction under his command. But in reality, their lives have been robbed of all meaning, and they now exist as nothing more than toothless beasts at the mercy of the lash. Tyranny is all that lies at the end of the path to Cao Cao's feet. Once you become a slave to his power, it becomes impossible to break free. Do you really think we should abandon our pride and forsake our future just to avoid making the sacrifice necessary to protect them?
We do not find giving up on our land and our people to Cao Cao any more tolerable than you do. But if this is what it takes for our people's lives to be spared, then is it not the best decision we can make?
He's right. There is no reason for us to sacrifice ourselves for pride. We will eventually win back everything taken from us.
With all due respect, I am honestly a little disappointed in what I'm witnessing here. The Sun clan, renowned for its brave warriors, has such cowards for officers.
How dare you!
Lord Liu Bei has no land to call home, and what soldiers and retainers he does have are far fewer in number than those of Wu. In spite of all that, he has sworn to never bend the knee to Cao Cao, and has even sent me to Wu to negotiate an alliance. He does so to save the people of Jing, who regard him with love and respect. And when I arrive here, all I see is Wu, for all its advantages, cowering beneath the shadow of Cao Cao, considering no option but surrender. No matter how many talented officers you assemble, or how well you govern your people, that cowardice makes all of Wu far weaker than Liu Bei alone.
All Liu Bei does is flee from battle to battle. He fled from Ji, he fled from Yo, and from Shu as well. He certainly has more courage than most, but only the foolhardy charge into battle without the strength to prevail.
So, tell us, Lord Zhuge Liang, are we to assume that you have discovered a way to defeat such a massive force?
Yes. I came here knowing that if we fight alongside Wu in this battle, there is a way for us to win. But if the mere thought of having to face a powerful enemy has robbed you of the will to fight, I'll just have to come up with a new plan. Lord Sun Quan, I highly suggest you carefully consider your circumstances and your ability to lead.
Now look here.
I understand the doubts of Zheng Zhao and the others very well. Lu Su and Lord Zhuge Liang have also made a strong case. We will end the discussion here for the time being. I need some time to gather my thoughts on what has been said. This is terrible. I'm a complete failure.
What do you mean by that?
My father laid the foundations, and my brother built Wu into the kingdom it is today. And yet I can't even muster up the courage to defend it. The shame that I feel is overwhelming. I know full well that we must fight. Yet, I can't help but realize how little chance we have of winning. War is crucial to the survival of the kingdom. But we should not fight battles we cannot win. This is a basic principle of warfare.
That is true. Lord Zheng Zhao was not by any means mistaken in his reasoning. If both sides are correct in their own way, then all that is left is for you to make your choice.
Surrender and be trampled upon, or fight and face certain defeat. I don't exactly have the best options to choose from.
Where did you get the idea that those were the only two paths? I think you should choose the third path. That is to say, you should bravely take the field, win the battle, and protect all that you hold dear. Is this not also what you had in mind, Lord Zhou Yu?
Zhou Yu, you have returned.
Yes, I've only just arrived. I'm a bit later than I had planned. But Lord Zhang Zhao and the others sure were grumbling up a storm. Zhuge Liang must have really caused a commotion at the meeting.
Perhaps his words were a little too bitter for them to stomach.
He must have thought that such an approach would be the only thing that could bring Wu to its senses. But Zhuge Liang's words were not meant to merely aggravate or inspire. I think he may actually believe that we can win. He plans to lead Liu Bei to victory, even if it means wringing every last bit of strength out of Wu. He would not have voiced his discontent so strongly without firm conviction. They are fully committed to this fight. We must make use of that. My lord, I speak to you now as a loyal retainer of the House of Sun. I have prepared a secret strategy that will ensure Cao Cao's defeat, but this plan cannot work unless we are able to use Liu Bei's forces. With my plan and the brave warriors in our ranks, we can protect the lives of our people, the domain of Wu, and everything we hold dear.
But this matter has divided us into two separate factions. What can I possibly do to convince everyone to unite as one? Even the soundest strategy is meaningless without the will to fight.
I will explain to them that there is a path to victory, and then I will urge them to reconsider. And if that isn't enough to inspire them to take action, well, we'll just have to appeal to their hearts instead of their minds.
Now even Lord Zhou Yu is insisting that we risk our lives in defiance. And just how do you plan on defeating an army of that size?
The size of Cao Cao's army certainly makes it a force to be reckoned with. But numbers can be deceiving. We must first compare the strengths and weaknesses of both sides. Our disadvantage lies primarily in our inferior numbers. But what do we have that we could use to our advantage?
The enemy is far from home, and they are also poorly trained. Most importantly, long boat journeys tend to bring sickness and fatigue.
Precisely so. And that's why we will fight them on the banks of Jing. No matter how imposing a force may be on land, on water, they become a mere jumble of poorly trained soldiers.
You have a point. Well, even a huge army makes for easy prey if its movements are sluggish.
As they will be slow to maneuver, all we need is a strategy to wipe them out before they have time to escape. What we will do is burn their entire fleet to ashes.
So we're to rely on nothing but unconventional tactics and sheer luck? Even if your fire attack were to succeed, how do you know we can win?
War is of course unpredictable, and I do not claim to have the ability to know the outcome of a battle before it is fought. But to consider no outcome but defeat before even taking the field, how is that any different than losing the battle before it even begins? Now, allow me to ask you all in plain words. Which path will you choose? Will you abandon the kingdom of Wu to live carefree lives without ambition? It is true that taking such a path may prolong your lives. You may even live long enough to reclaim your land and pride. But we would not be the ones to fight and die for the cause. That task would fall to none but our own children. Lord Sun Jian, Sun Ce, and all our forefathers. What would they think? Could you justify that choice to them? If you have even one small shred of pride left as retainers of the Sun clan, as the people of Wu, you will rise up, draw your weapons, and fight with all of your strength!
He's right! We must be the ones to protect Wu, no matter how powerful the enemy may be!
You can count me in. I'll honor my ancestors by fighting to the very end, so that my father and Ce can look down on me with pride.
Those who wish to surrender should do so. That is, if there are any among us that don't mind licking the boots of our enemies.
So we have no option but to fight. However...
This discussion is now over. This is a fight for our lives. A fight for all of the people of Wu, past, present, and future. We must defeat Cao Cao's forces once and for all!
No, I am content with this decision. I was just collecting my thoughts, that's all. Where will this path lead the kingdom of Wu?
Everyone says that damn Cao Cao is going to rule this land. How dull.
The Honorable Warrior is still with us.
Wu has overcome every crisis until this point.
Thanks for coming. I wonder how many times I've invited you here like this. I've been wanting to hear your thoughts recently. And this strategy council meeting made a good pretext for that. I have no other reason for asking you to come here today. I just wanted to express my gratitude. Haha! There's no playing the fool. Have you already forgotten about the alliance with Liu Bei's forces? Your fate and mine are intertwined now, and your ties with Liu Bei are what brought this alliance into being. Relying on your expertise was the correct move. Lord Zhou Yu said the same thing, you know. Turning the compliment around, I see. Well, I certainly did my best to push the Alliance forward. Which means I also have a duty here that I cannot shirk. Cao Cao's forces are immense, and as such, we are constantly overwhelmed. Our alliance with Liu Bei's forces just about put us on an equal footing. And yet, I have suggested sending everyone to their deaths so that Wu may remain standing. It's clear that the days to come will be filled with terror. How do you think things will turn out? Indeed. Right now, we just need to focus strictly on our preparations. Sorry for boring you with such talk. I had lost confidence in myself and was dwelling too long on the negatives. But thanks to your words, I can feel truly proud of my decision. There's no doubt we shall realize this dream we've worked toward. We'll prove it to everyone, far and wide. We have the talent and skill to make it happen.
Being hungry keeps you in low spirits. Come and grab something to eat. I'll keep it cheap.
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
I can't believe we won't have Lord Sun Ca brightening our days.
Do you think this deployment is daring enough?
I have such admiration for this kingdom. I'm sure in most kingdoms the leader gives orders from on high and everyone must obey. But not here. In Wu, no one is forced to serve blindly. We debate the merits of each choice and decide together. Yes, it's one of the things that I like most about our kingdom. But even so, it is very hard to get everyone to agree. I wonder how that last meeting would have gone without Zhou and the others. If my father and brother were still alive to see how much Wu and I have changed, I wonder what they would say. Once gone, the dead can never come back to life. Yet, I can't help but wish I had the chance to show them. All that aside, it would be truly pathetic if we were to lose this war, given everything that's happened. I'm counting on you. We will use the unique strength of each of our soldiers to the fullest to achieve victory. That is the way of Wu.
Lord Pongtong, I know you're in there. Today's the day you're going to hear what I have to say.
Good grief! How's a man to relax with lords of the land barging in uninvited? I am a humble man of little consequence. It doesn't matter how many times you come here. Your problems are none of my concern.
Yes, I know what kind of man you are. But I have a reason for being so persistent in soliciting you to join our side. Lord Pongtong, your help will be essential to bringing Wu closer to victory. Wu's victory will ensure the safety of the people of Jiangdong, which will in turn make it possible to protect the people of Jing.
Is this your attempt to convince me? Sorry to disappoint, but that won't work on me. All life is precious, but it's not my battle to fight.
I see. Then you have forced my hand. I shall have to rely on my last resort.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
I understand you are good friends with Lord Pongtong. Please put in a good word for us with him.
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. Wu's leaders are a sinister bunch, aren't they? Fine, I'll help. But just this once.
Lord Pongtong!
But don't expect me to swear fealty or anything like that. I'm going to do things my way, no matter what.
The Yangtze's been busy these days, with even more military ships sailing about.
Being able to fight along...
Sorry to bring you here so late. In the coming battle against Cao Cao, I will need you to play a central role. There is a crucial factor which must go in our favor. I want you to ensure that it does. We were afraid to say it in front of the others, but executing this strategy will be about as difficult as threading a needle on horseback.
Cao Cao is not an enemy that can be defeated without a great deal of luck. Or perhaps even a miracle.
We intend to overwhelm Cao Cao's massive army with fire. But simply starting the fires won't be enough for the plan to work.
At this time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. Cao Cao's forces are attacking from the north, so their ranks extend in the same direction. The wind will blow out our fires before they can spread.
Of course, Cao Cao is well aware of this, and likely plans to position himself to our north. But the peasantry of Jing have informed us that there is a place where the wind blows from the south for a short period at this time of year.
Chibi. They say there are times at night when a southerly wind blows down the cliffs on the southern coast.
We want to take advantage of that brief gust of wind. We'll only get one chance, so we must not waste it. You have a technique for predicting the wind, do you not?
To give this plan any chance of success, we are going to need that technique of yours.
We are currently making the necessary preparations. You don't need to worry about that. Please just focus your energy on predicting the winds. We have you with us now. Your presence here may just be yet another gift from fate. Our fate will be decided at Chibi. We will defeat them if all goes according to plan, but everything depends on us engaging them at that precise location. So in this battle, we will repel the enemy vanguard and lead their main formation to Chibi. I want you all to act as if the final battle has already begun. Proceed with all due caution. Now the battle begins.
The Yangtze's been busy these days.
Chibi. If everything goes according to Zhou Yu's plan, we might be able to win. But this is Cao Cao we're going up against here. I suspect he will bring even more troops than we expect. And I'm sure he'll have defectors from Jing advising him as well. We'll be in for a brutal battle, if we underestimate them.
You're right. But I can promise you that we will do everything in our power to prevent that from happening. It's good to see you again so soon. Lord Lingtong, I believe this is my first time meeting you. We've only just arrived a moment ago. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Lord Sun Quan properly.
By the way, I saw your troops training, and I'm very impressed. Wu is renowned for his navy, but I've never before witnessed such skill.
We've lived our whole lives by the Yangtze River. I don't think there's any force that can match our skill in naval combat.
Is that so? Well, skill is one thing, but wouldn't you say you're a little short on soldiers?
You mean you didn't know that before coming? That's really not something to be complaining about just before a battle.
Forgive him, Lord Lingtong. He did not mean to imply that we do not believe in your army's ability to win. But we have faced Lord Cao Cao many times. We are keenly aware how difficult his forces can be to defeat, even under the best of circumstances.
There's nothing to worry about. Numbers aren't everything in battle. Haven't you been fighting long enough to know that? I would have thought it's obvious. Well, just you watch. We'll prove it, once and for all.
You only just joined our side. Don't act like you know everything.
I fought in a lot more battles than you, so I'll say whatever I think needs to be said.
Oh?
What? You got a problem with that?
Wu has such reliable and brave officers in its ranks. This has been true since the days of Lord Sun Jian, but now even more so. I am sure this is all the result of Lord Sun Ce and Lord Sun Quan doing their best to follow in their father's footsteps. You found a great lord to serve. As a friend, I couldn't be happier for you. Well, I'm sorry for interrupting your discussion. We'll be on our way now.
Then make sure you tell them as much.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect to see you here. Did you need something from me? Oh, were you wondering about that soldier? He's one of mine. He comes from the Shan Yue. But forget about me. It's almost time to head for the battlefield. You'd best get yourself ready before it's too late.
Did you notice anything unusual about Lord Huanggai just now? To tell you the truth, we've been hearing some very disturbing rumors lately. Someone might be leaking our plans to Cao Cao's forces. I do not wish to accuse him of such a thing, but... Let's begin. Now then.
No.
Yes.
Very good.
Hi.
One guy, heading out.
Don't let me
For us to be victorious at Chidi, it is essential that we win here. Proud soldiers of U, let us use all of our wit and courage to secure a victory. Take that. First, we will demoralize the enemy, repel their attacks, and push them back.
Take this. Exciting to be facing the greatest army in the land. Men, get ready to charge straight into their ranks.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Just one thing. Here we go.
The enemy officer has been
How did my
defeated.
perfect plan fail? The enemy offensive has been repelled. Advance with the ships. We will make this battle ours. Have the main army attack from the front to get their attention. Our detachment will circumvent the battlefield to strike from behind.
Commence the advance. Our preparations are now complete. Let us set sail!
Hear the bells and tremble! Ganning stands before you!
What? Charged in with nothing but a handful of troops! I'll take them down myself!
Do not forget about the Western Front. Use this opportunity to push further.
In the advance.
Frontal attack. Underestimated the strength of our forces. Shoot as one! Do not let them get close!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Shield bearers, get ready! Brace yourselves!
or we will reach the enemy ships. Soon enough! We've managed to board without much of a problem. Let's cause some chaos to get their attention.
Lu Su. Now it'll get interesting.
This is it!
The enemy officer that the soldiers of Wu excel at naval warfare. We will head out to meet them and break their morale.
Damn bell ringers!
Blade. It's not over yet. Trying. Is this what Cao Cao's army is made of? How disappointing! The enemy officer has been defeated. The scoundrel who betrayed Guan Zu. Surround and overpower him!
I see Gan Ning is making an impact. We need to use this momentum to our advantage.
He's simply charging ahead mindlessly.
This will do it.
We needn't pay him any heed.
Oh my might. Right. We've gotten their attention. Get detachments to move out. Send the ships out from the east.
Draws here.
The enemy
We'll
officer
make sure they don't
has been
notice our
defeated.
advance. Being inconspicuous is our specialty, after all. Begin the advance.
You've come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. I will continue to fight without complaint.
You are the keystone of our navy, Lord Taimao. Thus, we humbly ask that you remain safe.
Do not worry. I will take the troops of the Central Plains and demonstrate their prowess as an elite naval force.
How am I getting cornered? Seriously? Managed to make it equal, it looks like. Now, it's on. Thank you for coming to help. It's gonna be a breeze with you here.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
Get ready to go ashore. Then, we will head north toward the port.
Stop them! Do not let them advance!
Situation. The enemy officer.
Anyone else looking for a tussle? I could do this all day.
Our new comrade looks eager. We best ensure we're not outshone.
What does he think he's doing, showing off like that? Does he really think we'll allow him to show us up?
Let's give it to them! I did not think I'd need to rely on this plan, but I guess you never know.
They're throwing down boulders.
Might be done for now.
The enemy officer. Has been defeated.
Take this. Bear witness to my power.
Take this!
Let us march on! I know how to get the job done.
The enemy officer has been defeated. I'm of no use to anybody dead.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
Get ready to go ashore. Then we will head north toward the port.
Attack! Stop them! Do not let them advance!
Thank you for coming to help. It's gonna be a breeze with you here. The enemy officer.
Anyone else looking for a tussle?
Do this all day!
Our new comrade looks evil. Best ensure we're not outshone.
What does he think he's doing, showing off like that? Does he really think we'll allow him to show us up?
I did not think I'd need to rely on this plan, but I guess you never know.
They're throwing down boulders.
We might be done for now.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I've been waiting for this.
Watch the master at work. You get it now.
Take this! Okay, that takes care of that. Let us march on! I know how to get the job done. Take this! Got it! Take this! Gotcha!
Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer is of no use to anybody dead.
Good eye!
The enemy officer has been defeated. How am I getting cornered?
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
Get ready to go ashore. Then we will head north toward the port.
Stop them! Do not let them advance!
Thank you for coming to help. It's gonna be a breeze with you here.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over you here!
Anyone else looking for a tussle?
I do this all day!
Our new comrade looks eager. We best ensure we're not outshone.
What does he do you think he's doing, showing off like that? Does he really think we'll allow him to show us up?
Now! I did not think I'd need to rely on this plan, but I guess you never know.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
They're throwing down boulders. We might be done for now.
I see you. Take this! Connor. Let's go. Got you. All my might.
An uncommon display of skill from anyone else. From you, I expect it.
All my might. Count on you. Now, okay. That takes care of that. Let us march on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
How to get the job done. Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started! Open it! Now. Open it. That ain't got no chance against me. My strength is not enough. Whoa. All my might. Whoa. I see it.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over, you hear?
Superb. You never fail to impress me with your feats. You've come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
Go!
Take this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Get the best.
It's an honor to battle against you. How can I not give it my all? Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I wasn't.
The enemy officer
Excellent display
has
of
been
skill.
defeated.
We shall fight again. From this position, we can strike their stronghold from the rear. Launch the ships. Begin the advance. Take this. Take this. An opening. An opening.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Bring him down.
You've got no chance against me. The end is nigh for you, soldiers of Cao Cao. I will teach you the meaning of fear.
What's that? Enemies from my
officer has been defeated.
Watch the master at work.
Fortune smiles on us! Go! Go! And attack them as one!
Adversary indeed!
Forward march!
Tables turn.
Corner Saimao. I will take care.
The enemy officer. This was not the outcome I had anticipated. I'll have to do this myself.
We cannot leave our allies in bed. We must assist them immediately.
This is how you do it.
You ready for this?
Now,
watch the master at work.
I can't believe it. I had not expected such fierce resistance. We have been well and truly beaten.
Oh, Lord Saimao, I will keep these troops busy.
What? Did he just let Lord Saimao go? Looks like they were talking. Could it be?
Don't overdo it.
Let's go.
We have been victorious in this first battle. Take this. But the next will be the decisive one. I am counting on your efforts. Let us head to Chibi, where our fate will be decided.
An opening.
Wow, Zhou Yu's plan were just as expected. Cao Cao's forces could barely move out there. They ended up sinking like rocks.
Don't get too overconfident, or it might be you sinking next time.
As if I'd ever let that happen.
You two spend every free moment arguing with each other.
If you have time to be spouting nonsense, you should use it to prepare for the coming battle.
Yeah, I got it. By the way, where's Huang Gai?
How am I supposed to know? Lord Handong, do you have any ideas?
Huang Gai? Well, he did allow that enemy officer to get away in the last battle. So maybe he doesn't feel like he has the right to celebrate our victory.
I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, we should be getting back.
From what I have gathered, after fleeing the battlefield, Saimao was suspected to be a spy, and was summarily executed by Cao Cao.
I see. Good work. You may leave.
Sir.
I will make this clear. In the last battle, we were in communication with the enemy officer, Saimao. We had planned from the beginning to engage the enemy forces, then wait for the right moment to steal him away from the battle.
Did you really? I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
It is said that to fool the enemy, you must first fool your allies. The only ones who knew about this plan were me, Lord Sun Quan, and Lord Huang Gai, who we had entrusted with the task of contacting Tsai Mao. So, Lord Huang Gai, how exactly did Cao Cao become aware of Tsai Mao's betrayal? Let me be very clear with you. Lord Huang Gai, I consider you to be the primary suspect in this case.
Wait, Zhou. Why do you believe Huanggai would do such a thing?
If he has a reason, there is no one who wants to hear it more than me. But I think recent events tell us everything we need to know. Looking back on it now, Lord Huanggai has acted suspiciously on several occasions recently. He expressed his displeasure with Lord Sun Quan's leadership every chance he had, and treated the Shen Yue the way a king would treat his army. Your heart has strayed from the path of Wu. That is the only conclusion I can draw from all of this, Lord Huanggai.
Hey, Huanggai!
I always wondered, what was it that Lord Sun Jian had that I did not? If my ancestors had not been driven from their position of power, would I not be the one to rule Jiangdong? And just when I'd had my fill of taking orders from an impotent runt, I discovered a people of my own who treated me with respect I deserve. What's more, Lord Cao Cao has promised to protect my people and grant me dominion over all of the lands of the Shen Yue. What reason could I possibly have to reject such an offer? Tell me, Zhou Yu.
Lord Huanggai, you are no longer the man who brought me back from the brink of despair after Sun Ce's death. I think it is safe for us to assume as much. Someone execute this traitor immediately!
Lord Zhou Yu, please wait. We are on the edge of a great and decisive battle. Executing Lord Huanggai now would have dire consequences.
We may be certain of Huanggai's intent to rebel, but there still is no evidence that he acted on it.
Yeah, so give it some time. For our sake.
Treating such offenses lightly is a crime all its own. However, punishing a man of merit is bound to lower morale among the troops. Give him the lash and lock him away. His fate will be decided after the battle.
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
I'm sorry for barging in and making myself at home. A broody, hulking man is hardly the kind of surprise guest people want. I have a great many things I'd like to say. I'm sorry, I didn't come here to bore you with my talk, but I just wanted to see you, and so I found myself here. Would you stay with me, without asking any questions, just like you did before? I appreciate it. You have always been a help to me. Now, how about we have a drink, to better enjoy our mutual silence? We'll let the wine take us where it may. If you join me, I promise you, we shall make this night our most memorable yet. then, whatever the morrow brings, I will be able to face it without regret.
Hey, do you think that's how Huang Gai really feels? I just can't bring myself to believe it. He has been a great companion to us all since the days of Lord Sun Jian. Somehow I can't see him growing so arrogant and turning traitor just because the Shen Yue showed him a little respect.
I don't want to believe it either. But now that he has to put those intentions into words, no amount of testimony from us could ever prove his innocence.
You're probably right. But I still trust him. We've been together too long for me to give up on him now.
Ah, it's you. I have nothing more to say on the matter. Even to you, I'm afraid. We cannot lose this battle. The survival of Wu is at stake. It's best that we minimize such grief if we can. Ever since we were children, Sun Ce was a dear friend. I followed him around for nearly my entire life. We played together, we fought together, and we swore to build this kingdom together. I thought that standing behind him in support was my purpose. I always believed it would be that way, until the day I died. But now I am here, leading the vanguard of the Sun clan. I must be the one to clear a path forward for my lord. No matter what it takes, no matter how lonely I may become, I am oath-bound to fulfill that duty. But there are times when that oath starts to feel far too heavy to bear. Listen to me whine. I'm sorry. Push this conversation from your mind. Tomorrow, we will join forces with my lord and take our positions at Chibi. The final battle is upon us at last. You should rest early tonight. If you're fully prepared, there will be no room for regret.
So, that is the army Cao Cao will use to unite the realm under his rule. It's frightening to behold.
Will Wu disappear?
we confront Cao Cao in a battle that will decide our future!
We prepared as best we can. All that's left is for us to believe in each other and fight through to the end.
Hold your heads high! This is a fight we will win!
Cao Cao's forces seem to have responded to their defeat by changing their formation. They have linked their ships together into a solid platform, which will enable them to fight as if they are on land. I suppose such quick decision-making is to be expected from the ruler of the Central Plains.
But this time, those quick wits of his will be the cause of his downfall. Pang Tong's abilities have proven to be very impressive indeed. For one so reluctant to join us, he has greatly exceeded expectations.
Lord Pang Tong was tasked with infiltrating the enemy ranks to offer a proposal to Cao Cao. A plan to prevent his ships from rocking, that is.
A fire attack against a scattered fleet would give the flames no path to spread, rendering it largely ineffective. Having their vessels clustered together and bound by chains will make the fire much more devastating.
In short, Lord Pang Tong's scheme is but the first step in our greater plan to defeat Cao Cao's army.
The chain stratagem, implemented by connecting several plans together in order to topple a powerful foe.
Still, we must keep in mind that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
And for that reason, we cannot abide even a single failure. We must all be aware of the consequences of the slightest mistake.
Lord Zhou Yu! I have urgent news! Lord Huang Gai has disappeared from the prison!
What?
The officers we captured in the last battle are also nowhere to be found. We suspect they may have helped him escape.
Damn. So he really has defected to Cao Cao's forces. Lord Zhou Yu, what are your orders?
There is nothing we can do about it now. We have no choice but to accept this state of affairs. But with Lord Huang Gai under the command of Cao Cao, we now have to assume that the enemy knows our secrets, including the plan for this battle.
Lord Zhou Yu, how can you be so calm in the face of all this? If the enemy manages to stop our fire attack...
Yes, that would certainly make our defeat inevitable.
Lord Zhou Yu!
There is no turning back now, Lu Su. The battle has already begun. Oh, it's you. Everyone has already left. You won't find anyone here. You ought to prepare for the final battle as well. Or perhaps... you have some business with me? You're always concerned for me, aren't you? This place seems quite large, with just the two of us here. The next battle shall be a significant one, indeed. We must win, at all costs. There's no going back now. Our Lord is resolute, and everyone is in high spirits. I fear I've asked much of you as well. Clearly, I have done all I can. And yet, I find I cannot stop myself from shaking. I see. So my reaction is justified then. I instinctively believed I shouldn't feel so rattled. Were Sun Tzu here, I am sure he would laugh away my fears and tell me to savor the occasion. What about you? Does this battle frighten you? How candid of you. Yet, hearing that come from you provides me a measure of calm. This is a good opportunity. There is something I wish to say to you once again. I only overcame the various hardships I encountered thanks to your support from behind the scenes. You were supposed to have left Wu and me on several occasions by now, and yet here you remain. You have my sincere thanks. If we win this battle, Wu will soar to prominence. As such, we will require sturdy wings to maintain our flight. I could think of no one better suited for the task than yourself. I would guide the new Wu along the winds you read, until the day peace is within our grasp. The wind's starting to pick up. In this battle, we will have only a very brief moment of favorable wind that will allow us to set the enemy ships ablaze. As soon as we see signs of the wind changing, we'll mobilize our troops. This means that it falls on you to decide when we head for the front. Has the wind shown any sign of changing? Good. I trust your intuition. The southerly wind of Jing shall carry us to victory. Let's begin. Now then.
Yes.
Oh?
Yes. Do you mind?
Fine. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Listen up, everyone.
It is I, Sun Shangsheng, the Bow Maiden.
Don't let me down. We've done all that we can. Now, we must support each other and fight our way through. Show them your mettle! This battle is ours for the taking!
Let's go. All of my plans depend on this decisive battle. Each and every one of you must carry out your duties
we may claim a crushing victory. First, we shall send ships from our flanks to attack the enemy. When the time is right, we shall cut our way into their base from the front.
Start the advance!
All units, strengthen your guard! Repel the hostile offensive!
As long as we hold firm, our chance of victory remains. Hold formation and stay on the defensive.
We can't let them take this position.
I must hold it! We must not let them reach land. Loose arrows at will!
All my might!
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I won't forget this. Hey, stop attracting everyone's attention. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
We will not let anyone through. Come at us with all you have.
Oh, this is bad. If someone doesn't get here fast, we're done for.
Done all that we can. Now, we must support each other and fight our way through.
Let's go. Show them your mettle.
This battle
is ours for the taking.
All of my plan.
Start the advance.
All units, strengthen your guard. Repel the hostile offensive!
As long as we hold firm, our chance of victory remains. Hold formation and stay on the defensive.
Can't let them take this position.
I must hold it. We must not let them reach land. Loose arrows at will.
Here we go. Take that.
Take this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this.
The enemy officer
I won't hold back.
has been
That is my
defeated.
last act of decency toward you. We will not let anyone through. Come at us with all you have. Never wait this to my power. Take this.
Where did I go wrong? This don't look too good.
Now's our chance.
Take this. With all my might.
The enemy officer
I shall
been
pull back
defeated.
for now. However, we shall meet in battle again.
This is bad. If someone doesn't get here fast, we're done for.
My strength was not enough. Everything is going well so far. I'd say.
Done all that we can. Now, we must support each other and fight our way through.
Show them your mettle!
This battle
is ours for the taking!
all of...
Start the advance!
All units, strengthen your guard! Repel the hostile offensive!
As long as we hold firm, our chance of victory remains. Hold formation and stay on the defensive.
We can't let them take this position.
I must hold it. We must not let them reach land. Loose arrows at will.
Bear witness to my power. Bear witness to my power. All my might.
Good eyes. The enemy officer has been defeated. I won't forget this.
Hey, stop attracting everyone's attention. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
I won't hold back. That was my last act of decency toward you.
Is that it? You will not let anyone through. Come at us with all you have. Take this.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
I shan't let my emotions interfere. That you must already know.
I see you.
Strength was not enough.
Bear witness to my power.
Retreat would be the best option right now.
All my might.
The enemy officer. Has been defeated.
Time to end this. Close to the likes of you.
The enemy officer
I shall
been
pull
defeated.
back for now. However, we shall meet in battle again.
Take this!
All my might.
The enemy is formidable. I must retreat. Everything is going well so far. I'd say it's just about time to land another blow.
Begin the advance!
When did they get behind us? This just became a lot more complicated. Let's end this.
The enemy officer
Have I failed
has been defeated.
I shall analyze later. For now, I must pull back.
We may not be able to make it through this. I must retreat and rethink my plans.
We must maintain a constant barrage of arrows. Let's go. Keep the enemy reinforcements at bay to protect our archers.
Here I go.
It's time.
This one's for the history
I'm
books.
heading for the altar.
Let's go!
Let's end this. Come to this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
That white fan, his appearance. That must be the sleeping dragon, Zhuge Liang. As long as he lives, he is sure to be a thorn in our side. March forward!
As expected, you have bared your fangs at me. This is in line with my predictions.
Those things aren't going my way today. Maybe next time.
Will someone please notice me? I need help!
No way.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
I won't give up. Not while I still draw breath. I won't give up. Not while I still draw breath.
You've come at the right time. Can you lend a hand here?
My skills were not enough. I must fall back.
I will now begin the prayer. We must distract the enemy while carrying out the most vital part of the plan. I know this will be hard, but I am counting on you all.
Losing Lord Zhuge Liang means losing this battle. Guard him with your lives!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now is our chance to press the attack. Take victory for ourselves. Advance the fleet. Ships, who is ours for the taking?
So they've arrived. Still, it's not yet time. We have to endure their assault for now.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Our archers on the western front have been wiped out. What chance do we have of stopping them now?
The enemy has breached the altar room. Please eliminate them at once.
It's over, you hear?
Amazing! You are a swift and deadly warrior.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Commence the advance. Annihilate the enemy with
The enemy
our fleet.
officer has been
Now
defeated.
advance. This is what I call intense. I'm all fired up. You have gone down the wrong path. So I shall show you no mercy. Get out of my sight if you wish to live. Commence the advance.
Is that old Huang guy? I can't believe it. He really defected from Wu.
I lacked the foresight to predict his betrayal. I shall take responsibility for this failure and stop him here.
The enemy officer
Now, advance!
has been defeated.
So you've come, Zhou Yu. At this point, there is nothing left to say.
Indeed, our blades shall do the talking.
I am forced to flee, and so the success of our plan becomes ever more precarious.
So, even you're here. fight then.
Quite good. Still, my will cannot be broken so easily.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
We must hold the line.
Harrowing circumstances indeed. I must consider the next step.
This appears to be as far as we go.
We cannot make our move under these circumstances. We must fall back and attempt to regroup.
So Huang Gai has retreated. One never expects any fight to be their last. Was this the limit of my abilities?
Gone down the wrong path. Let's go. So I shall show you no mercy. Get out of my sight if you wish to live. Commence the advance.
Is that Lord Huang Gai? I can't believe it. He really defected from Wu.
I lacked the foresight to predict his betrayal. I shall take responsibility for this failure and stop him here. Now, advance!
Have you sensed any changes in the winds yet? If you sense a change while nearby, you needn't inform me. Simply light the fire on the altar yourself.
Here you come, At this point, there is nothing left to say.
Indeed, our blades shall do the talking. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'm aware of your skill, Moment. Use every bit of strength to take you on!
I've got a bad feeling about this.
When forced to flee, so the success of our plan becomes ever more precarious.
Our defenses are beginning to crack on the Western Front. Send all
The enemy
available troops
officer
there to stop the enemy advance.
Let's go. We march at once!
This appears to be as far as we go.
You've come to my aid. I can think of none other to have by my side than you.
This is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat.
The enemy
Well, I
officer
still can.
has been defeated.
Let's go.
You're giving the signal now. Anyone could see that it's much too soon. You must wait for the perfect moment. Be patient and think carefully.
This appears to be as far as we go.
With all my might.
This'll do.
So we have a duel then. Be warned. We shall not hold back.
Let's go.
The enemy officer has been
I'm
defeated.
afraid I must retreat.
We've lost our archers in the east. The enemy's offensive will go on unimpeded now.
You see it all.
Take this!
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. I will continue to fight without complaint.
I had thought such a day may come. But now that we're here, I am lost for words.
Everyone is holding up well. Cao Cao's forces still have the edge. No chance to turn the tide doesn't come soon.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Not quite enough, I suppose. Let us fall back.
Sacred Bird, protect us! Apologies, but I must fall back!
Pinch Muscle.
The enemy officer.
Plans in action.
Been defeated. Bravo.
Take that! Let's go!
Tough fight, Dan. We did not make our move under these circumstances. Let's fall back and attempt to regroup.
Looking rough. So Huang Gai has retreated. Even so, our forces are exhausted. We should fall back and regroup.
Now we must go!
Everything is lining up perfectly. Now, all we need is the wind. The rest is up to you.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
It's an honor to battle against you. How can I not give it my all?
Believe in your commander. Forward!
Come. Bear witness to my power. Hunt you down. Take that.
I want it. The enemy officer.
An excellent display
has
of
been
skill.
defeated.
We shall fight again. Let's go. Bring them down.
With each victory, I grow even stronger.
This is our chance. Now, let the plan lead us down the path to victory.
Oh, the signal! Ah, a lovely wind. To truly bury Cao Cao's forces in flames, one must strike them from deep within. Who better than I for the task?
I see. Given that you've been willing to oppose even allies in the name of Wu, everyone would find your defection believable. But doing this will result in much grief for you, Lord Huang Gai. Are you still willing?
Truth be told, acting the betrayer is more painful than 1,000 lashings, Joe Yu. However, it is even worse to fail to protect my people. Lord Cao, this is where you and I part ways. So please accept this grand apology! Flames on! The roar of ooze! Counterattack!
Jung-Hu shall be your adversary.
Fire! It's spreading!
Time for the fires to change in the wind. Liu Bei and Sun Quan must have the heavens on their side.
As far as I can. The enemy officer has been defeated.
There's no virtue in dying for so little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
We only stand to suffer greater losses the longer we stay here. All units, retreat! Post-haste!
We've regained our spirit, I see. Let's properly assess the battle, and then move advantageously.
You have done well to survive. Now, it's time to give them hell! Advance! We will shape the world to our will! Forward march!
Even though it was part of the plan, fighting my comrades was agonizing. Now it's finally time to do some damage to Cao Cao's forces.
The ships go up in flames, one after the other. Chaining them together for better footing proved to be our downfall. It was you who suggested this, was it not, Pantong? If I did not know better, I would say.
Yes, indeed. Your presumption is on the mark. My allegiance is with them. Farewell, Shishu. I hope we can meet again. Someday.
The winds really changed to make the fire attack possible. Lord Zhuge must be some kind of sorcerer.
So, I will come to be known not as a strategist, but as a trickster? I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice of my pride for our cause. Well, my part here is done. I must go now to plan for the next battle.
We can launch a counterattack once we reach the other side. For now, focus on retreating and minimizing our losses.
I will protect Lord Cao Cao no matter what. Neither flame nor sword will touch him.
So, these chains were part of the enemy's plan. Then, we'll need to remove them quickly.
Yes, I agree. Preventing further sacrifices is my top priority now.
We can just avoid the flames. All is not yet lost. Quickly, regroup your units. This is where we make our stand.
It looks like Cao Cao's forces are gathering on the northern coastline. If we are to face them, we must be prepared.
Our fires have backed Cao Cao's army into a corner. This is the final battle. Our wits and bravery will lead us to victory! The fire that burns the very heavens is a manifestation of our will. Cao Cao's days are numbered. Now, advance!
Hold. We need to regroup.
The ships are burning down all around us. Let's be careful. We don't want to get trapped.
Whoever gets sentimental loses. Now, let us fight in earnest.
Reservations about fighting you. Is this the right path of action? Or should I withdraw?
Allies are doing well. Keep going. You can see it all.
I did not expect.
The enemy officer
I have no choice
has been defeated.
But to retreat.
Take this! All my might! The enemy officer,
if we don't do something,
been defeated.
The flames will consume us all. Victory grows ever further from our reach.
Wind, fire, chains. They all came together to form the perfect plan. There's nothing more I can do here.
Huang Gai, you really had us deceived. And it took some nerve for you to make a fool out of me.
The battle isn't over yet, Lord Chengdu. It's time for us to finish this.
The future of Wu lies just beyond these flames. We will dash through the fire and claim our victory.
These flames have guided us to victory, and we will not waste this chance. Fight with everything you have. Give the enemy no quarter!
Sorry, but you know me. I'm not going to pull any punches.
My memories of our time together are such fond ones. But I suppose we're well past that now.
You mean to oppose me, the great Cao Cao? I shall cut you down.
Get all the fool's strongest officer! I have come for your head, Cao Cao! Prepare to meet your end!
I have defeated
We're going on the offensive. Get ready.
So it begins.
officer
still needed.
has been defeated.
That means I must fall back for now.
As I thought, the enemy is exhausted. But we can win if we fight together.
Prepare for pain!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must try again later.
All good, everyone? Let's do this when you're ready. You're ready.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We must fight against the chains of destiny a little longer.
We're fighting a losing battle. I'm getting out of here.
How does this?
Courage has prevailed. Now onwards to victory!
The enemy officer
I can barely
has
hold
been
my
defeated.
weapon anymore. Maybe it's time to call it a day.
We've finally broken their formation. This is our chance to defeat Zosa!
Can't hold them off. But this isn't over. As long as we have the strength, the will to fight.
You must not let this battle be the end of us. Fight for your lives. Everything depends on this moment.
I will not fall here. Not like this. For what is my blade worth if I cannot fight my way out?
Watch the master at work.
Prepare for pain!
Take this. Finish. Let's go. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this.
is my fate.
You won't soon forget this! That is what? Full of my power! Is that it?
Just a shot. Oh, yeah. I knew you'd come to give me a hand.
I am ready. Got you! Let's go.
The enemy officer
I shall pull back for now. However, we shall meet in battle again.
Let's go.
Easy.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I cannot fall here. For the sake of every soul who has died in my name, I must flee. I must survive at all costs. I must be ready to do whatever it takes.
On this day, we have protected our home and our pride. Victory is ours! Shout it to the heavens!
This victory may appear as a miracle to some, but it is not. We won by trusting each other and fighting with all our wisdom and courage. Stand with your heads held high and sing in praise of your comrades. Be proud of your victory and share your joy with the world!
You two have really outdone yourselves. Victory is ours. We have destroyed Cao Cao's forces. That is true. But we had our valiant warriors, Zhou Yu's strategy, and luck on our side. Everything came together to lead us to victory.
But I wasn't sure how things would turn out for a while there. Zhou Yu and Huang Gai played their parts so perfectly. The constant complaints, the suspicious behavior, making sure everyone saw them argue. They really had us all fooled, right?
I'm sure it was very convincing, especially considering that I actually meant half of what I said. The same goes for you too, right, Zhou Yu?
Well, for a strategist, situations such as these call for the utmost discretion.
Huang Gai, do you really believe that I am not fit to be a leader? Do you still see me as someone who is too young and unreliable to follow? I know that I will never rise to the level of my father or my brother. And I'm always relying on all of you for help. But
You should not try to pursue the shadows of Lord Sun Jian or Lord Sun Sa. You need only to follow the path of your own choosing. If you ever lose your way, you have us to rely on for guidance. These are the true feelings of your loyal servant, Huang Gai, my lord.
Huang Gai.
But I do have one grievance to air, if I may. We need to do something about your awful habit of constantly putting yourself down. Nobody will follow a leader who doesn't believe in himself.
I think you could stand to learn a little from Sun Tzu in that regard. And I mean, only a little.
Look at you changing your tune, Zhou. You're the one who used to go on and on about Quen's unique strengths. But I too want my brother to make some changes. We need him standing strong as the head of the family.
Not you too. Very well then. I'll do what I can to improve.
I bet Lord Sun Jim and Lord Sun Sa are looking down on us now, with smiles on their faces.
There you are. I've called you here to discuss your reward.
You were such a great help to us at Chibi. It's only right. We need to make sure everyone is properly compensated.
We couldn't quite decide on the perfect reward for you. So, we'd like to know which you would prefer. There are two options we'd like you to consider. The first is a position as a general. We'd like you to support our efforts as an officer of U. Of course, the position will also bring its own benefits to your living situation. But naturally, with any position comes greater responsibilities. You might find yourself unable to travel as freely as you do now. The second choice is to support us from the shadows as an officer with no official title. To be honest, I was hesitant to even call this a reward. But I did my best to think of a way for you to reach your potential. This path won't bring fame or glory, but nothing will hold you down either. And you will never want for a battle to test your strength.
So what will it be? Please, tell us which path you truly desire.
Very well. We will make all the appropriate arrangements.
That's just what I wanted to hear. You barely had to think about it. Come on, Chuen. We need to think up a proper title for him right away.
Right. I'll come up with a title that is worthy of your achievements. I'll need some time, but I promise it will be worth the wait.
How can I ever thank you enough for curing my father of that dreadful disease?
It is I who should be...
Go ahead.
Good luck to you. We will now capture Liu Biao's stronghold, Shangyang. Brave tigers, go and rend the enemy with your claws and fangs. Dominate them with your spirit and push on to victory.
Now's the time! We'll open up the path to Shangyang. Let's go! Follow me!
Su and the others are surely capable of leading
the enemy officer has been defeated.
We will advance our front line.
Understood, my lord. Leading the charge reminds me of when we first took up arms.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn you, wild beasts of Jiangdong. I will tolerate your prowling no longer. Archers, get in formation! Rain arrows upon them! And hunt down every last one of them! Now, archers! Shoot! Shoot every last arrow you have! Take this! Get open the arrows! This is bad. We have no cover!
What should we do?
Tables turn.
The enemy officer
has
been defeated.
Damn it! I should not have ceded command of the main force. Let us go, Huang Kai. We will cut down all in our path.
Understood. Let us hurry and hope for their safety. Let's go.
Do not confront them unnecessarily! Fall back before you get ripped apart!
Go on. The enemy officer has been defeated.
So they've retreated. Huang Zu was the guardian of Fan Castle, wasn't he?
The arrows are stopped. Must have been Father's doing. That was rough, but we haven't been beaten yet. Time to regroup.
The enemy officer.
The tide of battle is even again. Now it's time to overwhelm them with our might.
Whose archers are a concern. If they take the high ground,
The enemy officer has been defeated.
But we must quickly go and support Ci's forces. They must have taken a beating from that attack.
Then I shall go to their aid.
Very well. I will take care of Huang Zu. Huang Gai, take care of my family for me.
Forward march!
Is Huang Zu still yet to be found? Fog. This is...
Just as I thought. Go! Now it is our turn to hunt the tiger!
An ambush!
I know your weakness, Sun Jian. Your affection for your family.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Fog has descended. I can barely see 10 paces ahead. If archers await, then we...
Take this.
No.
I'm lost! Oh no! What have I done? I should have been the one to go after Huang Zu.
Guardian of Peace.
Do not falter! Press on! Look for the origin of the arrows. That is where the enemy stands.
Take this!
Damn!
Great! We may be pushed back. Louis Gong, you take command of the archers. I will get reinforcements to finish Sun Jian for good!
Huang Gai, you truly intend to save Sun Jian? He who has everything you wish for. Charisma, courage, the rank of governor.
All my might!
Are you not? So jealous that it drives you mad. Do you not wish that he would disappear?
Looking rough.
What is happening?
Leave behind only a handful of men. Everyone else go and attack Sun Jian. We must take him down here!
Begin the advance!
Take this. Bring them down.
Rough. All my might.
Take this.
Another one falls behind me.
Very good. Nothing can stop you now. Hurry and do what must be done.
Let's go.
No. I must head to my lord's side, not be swayed by some hallucinations.
Take this.
We're with Sun Jian forces. Stop you here!
The enemy officer
has been defeated.
Don't push yourself. You okay? That hurts.
Hey, take it easy. Let me help you.
Well now, looks like we made it through somehow. Oh, so you've come as well! I almost... It's a good thing you came. And you too, Huangai. I may not be able to fight any longer. I need you to take me and fall back.
Forward! Understood, my lord. Give me a hand.
Forward!
I must thank you. Without you, we may not have been able to protect Lord Sun Jin. However, his wounds appear to be deep. He won't be able to move freely for some time. That is why we've been ordered to retreat. But... well, our Lord has assigned me a bit of a difficult task. I know you can keep a secret, so let me fill you in.
Huangai, I want you to act as if I'm dead.
As if you are dead? My lord, what are you saying? Your wounds are deep, but you will survive. Everyone will be relieved to see you once you have recovered.
No, you must not tell anyone that I am alive.
What? Lord, have you lost your mind? What will faking your death achieve? Losing you could spell doom for the entire Sun family.
No, that won't happen. The Imperial Seal was shattered when Sun Jian was killed. Such a rumor would end Yuan Shao's quest to obtain it. Fewer lives will be lost than if we continue this war. Both the Imperial Seal and I will cease to exist. That will keep my family and all of you safe.
My lord. Yes, I'm sure the Sun clan will survive. But without you, my lord, we must seek the protection of another faction. Your children have become formidable in their own right, but they are still young. They would struggle to bear the burden of leading us alone.
That is why you are to help them. And it will not fall to you alone. Chengpu and Han Dong will be there. And even younger warriors, like Zhou Yu. There will be hardship to be sure, but at the end of it lies a chance for glory. Do not forget the bigger picture, Huangai. I know you can see it.
Yet again, Lord Sun Jian has done something I never could have. No one but us shall know that he lives. I'm trusting you, to keep this a secret, even from his children. Please.
Lord Sun Jian.
I still cannot believe that he's dead. Damn it! How are we going to tell everyone in Changsha?
We should have protected him with our lives. This is my failure, an irreparable one at that.
No. What's happened has happened. There's no changing that. Rather than weep or mourn, we had better spend this time thinking about what to do next.
Lord Sunsa, our options are limited. The best path may be to make peace with Liu Biao and return to Changsha.
Yes. We gain nothing from staying here any longer. But can we be sure that Liu Biao would agree to talk?
His army must have taken a beating thanks to Lord Sun Jian. I am sure they would welcome peace.
Seems like a waste given how far we've come. But I see no other way. So assuming Liu Biao accepts, our problem will be Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu. What about them?
They will use everything at their disposal to claim the Imperial Seal for themselves. And we cannot evade them indefinitely.
But now that he is no longer with us, won't it be difficult for us to stay our course?
There's no way around it. We will need to grit our teeth for a while, but I know we can bear these hardships together.
Of course.
Good. Then Changpu, bring a messenger in. And Handang, go to Xuan and the others. I want you to work with Huang Gai and get us ready to move out. I don't know what Yuan Shao might do if we dawdle for too long. And I want to bring Father home as soon as I can.
Father, what am I supposed to do now?
I was unsure whether I should tell you this, but I intend to leave the Sun clan for a time, and I think you should do so as well. Anywhere, as long as you can stay away from the chaos. If you have any trouble, make sure to contact me. In these perilous circumstances, our clan requires support from the outside. I was hoping you would join me in that endeavor. For now, we should keep our distance and keep an eye on the situation. Then please, do everything you can to help them, and I will do the same to the best of my ability. We must take the necessary steps to ride out this storm. So for the sake of Sun Ce and the entire Sun clan, please help us.
Good to see you, Zitluan. I just made it back from a journey myself. Yes, you could say that. The world truly is a dangerous place these days. There is no end to the wounded. I'll take the work, but I can't say I like to see people hurt. You know things are good if the doctors have time to grow bored. The Yellow Turban Rebellion was the needle that popped the boil. All of that pus is just oozing out across the land. Zhang Zhao wanted to change the world, and he may have succeeded in a way. Well then, let's get back to work now, shall we? What else are we going to do? You haven't already forgotten why I came with you, have you? Today, we're going to dig deep into your past, Zuluan. The place where I first met you, Zuluan. I think we may be able to find some clues there.
When I grow up, I'll learn to wield a weapon and fight too!
After all the work I put in to open this shop, I'd be in tears.